I think we'll get started, so call this meeting to order for the September 19th public hearing, City of Prescott Board of Adjustments. The board members present are Stephen Silvernail, myself, Tony Teeters Chair, Johnny Forqua, Patty Braden, Larry Meads, and Jerry Kaufman. We also have Michelle Chavez, Recording Secretary. We have George Worley, Planning Manager. Bryn Stotler, Community Development. Is Tammy DeWitt, Community Planner. And Matt. Oh, there he is. Matt Badas. Hey, I got old eyes. And we also have Jim Lamberson, City Council. Thank you for being here, Jim. This is a open public hearing is being taped, recorded, and videotaped by the city. The proceedings are being televised by representatives of the public media, the public, local cable, and or radio stations, and may also be rebroadcast. The number of members present is 6, and it will require 4 votes for a majority. All parties wishing to be heard on an issue are required to raise their hand and be recognized by the chairman prior to speaking. Speakers will be expected to state their name and address for the record so that we may know who is speaking and be able to contact them at a later date if necessary. Please turn off all cell phones or electronic devices if you already haven't done so. Please also sign the attendance roster before leaving the meeting so that we may contact you if necessary. Okay. The first order of business is the approval of the minutes from our previous meeting, August 15th, 2019.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a second. Any comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0. Next item is CUP 19-003, 504 East Sheldon Street, APN 114-02019, Land Development Code, Sections 4.8, 9.3, Zoning is Business Regional, request for a conditional use permit for a tattoo business owner, TDH Investments LLC, applicant David, is it Noggle? Noggle. You're on.
Thank you. Good morning, Chairman, members of the board. Tammy DeWitt, Community Planner with the City of Prescott. Okay, the subject property here is Zone BR, Business Regional. In a Business Regional Zoning District, a conditional use permit is required for any new tattoo business. The business is going in a proposed existing building. There's only one business in the building. Last month, you saw another similar request for a business in this suite right here. So this is a legal non-conforming parcel. There is no on-site parking. Parking is here along Mount Vernon, and then they have sidewalk access to the building via here on Sheldon. So here's a picture of the building. Here's Sheldon Street, and this is Mount Vernon over here. This is the existing building that they're going to go into. They are planning just to operate 5 days a week. Hours of operation would be 10 to 6. They do sometimes may have an appointment because they are by appointment only. That may run into 7. So staff suggested in an 8 o'clock time frame just in case, so they have that buffer. We have seen other requests before you, and usually the hours of operation is a concern, and usually they want later. So for this one to be earlier than any other business in the area, it seems compatible with the community, the neighborhood in there. Then here's another picture that shows the existing parking along Mount Vernon. Since this is a very limited traffic business, because there was a retail shop in here, you would see additional probably need for parking. But any business that has gone in here, there has been no issues with parking. So if the board does choose to approve this request, staff is suggesting a recommendation of the hours to be till 8 p.m. So it gives them a little bit more buffer just in case they do have an appointment that goes over. And that concludes my presentation. I'm free to answer any questions, and the applicant is also here. We did get one inquiry, a phone call from one of the neighbors that did attend for the last one you saw, that had concerns about the on-site parking, that there's no on-site parking, but this is a legal non-conforming building and it's not required.
Yeah, my name's David Noggle. My address is 1619 Adams Avenue. And here to answer any questions if you guys have any.
Are you going to be the only tattoo artist in
Well, I have an apprentice, so she's in the learning process, so she'll be doing them here and there, but it'll be mainly myself.
Is that apprenticeship an on-the-job training type
Basically, that's the only way really to do it, is to watch.
Yeah.
To watch and listen and
Practice?
learn. Yeah, well, they do have some sort of like practice skin here and there, but the best canvas to practice on is actually yourself. So you usually dedicate a thigh or two to learning.
And that has nothing to do with this application. I'm just curious about that.
No, that's fine. I can answer anything.
And would you mind telling us your working hours?
Well, I've
Shop hours is what
yeah,
I mean to
I like
say.
to start a little bit earlier than most of the people I've tattooed with, but I usually like to leave between like 4 and 6 generally. But sometimes I still have a lot of clientele from Phoenix that comes up, so sometimes their appointments start a little bit later than usual. But so I prefer to start tattooing between 10 or 11. I'm trying to get to where I just have one tattoo a day that I spend about 4 to 5 hours, maybe 6 hours in excess of, if the person's traveling or something like that. So I don't like to just crank them out anymore. So you spend a little bit more. You spend a little bit more time on the piece, then you'll get a better result.
So does that mean what would be the latest you would be there on a regular kind of basis, or even on a?
I think 8 is actually kind of late, but it's possible that I could be there till 8 p.m. So.
Anybody else in the audience that wishes to speak? Okay, I would entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve Cup 19003 to approve a tattoo parlor in the Business Regional District located at 504 East Sheldon Street.
Second. Any other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Approved 6-0. Do you have anything else, Michelle?
I do, Mr. Chairman, and I apologize. I know we took action on the previous minutes, but I have a comment about that. I needed to read my note again. It said there at the very end of item 1. Well, first, let me say that in order to discuss this, we should withdraw the motion to approve the minutes because they need to be amended.
Okay,
So
so noted.
I seconded, and I withdraw my second. Do you withdraw your motion to approve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. What page?
It's item number 1 in the previous minute, so it's a second page,
Okay.
and it's right above 2. It said that with the condition of hours of operations no later than 10 by reservation. To be more complete there, what we discussed was that their normal closing time would be 8 o'clock, and that
But no later.
no later than 10 by reservation. So between 8 and 10 would be by reservation, but their normal closing hour would be 8,
Oh, I see. Okay.
8 p.m. So if they had posted hours,
Yeah.
they would close at 8.
Okay, with that correction, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Move to approve.
And second.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes again, 6-0. Thank you. So with nothing further, we are adjourned.
Thank you, sir.
You.
Okay, so we're going up to your vote now, right?
Yes.